and then we had the 2 out of 3 falls, which we got a pinfall on them. So multiple times we pinned them in a sub pro ring. Last show we beat. Oh, whoa!
What have you done there? Oh my god! What was that?
Brothers living the gimmick.
I was gonna say what?
What the?
I have no idea what happened there. Did someone do something where like
I summoned the Steeze from below. I don't know
What pose did you do? I want to do that.
This is magic. Oh, it's amazing. We've never had live magic on the podcast.
That's incredible.
This is incredible.
More reason why we should be tag champs, man. It's just...
It is. It's totally...
Welcome back to Grapple Theory. Thanks so much for joining us once again. And now we are joined, as you'll be able to see, by 2 guests who we've had on the podcast on separate occasions. But now they're both here together. They've had a heck of a year together, and we're going to talk to them all about it. It's Danny Black, Joe Lando, CPF. Guys, welcome to the podcast. Some epic moves you were showing there. I mean, like, obviously, it's nothing compared to your in-ring stuff, but I suppose you can't do that when you're sitting down. It's a bit tougher. So, how have you been?
Natural Steeze.
Yeah, just always. How have you guys been? You both been all right?
Yeah.
Sound. Hay fever's beating me up right now, but...
Oh, hay fever has been bad today.
Yeah, same. Exactly. Yeah, I'm glad we're all feeling it. That's what I like. I'm glad it's not just me. It's kicking my ass today. My nose has been itching non-stop.
Yeah, it's just got me right now.
It's a bad one. It is a bad one, but I'm glad I'm not alone in it. I'm glad I'm not alone. See, I don't have any tissues to hand. This is a problem now. You guys have got it to hand. If it all goes wrong for me, then I'm fucked. Well, I appreciate you both coming on. Obviously, I know you're in 2 separate places, so I'll direct my questions to each one of you at a time, so that there's no sort of confusion on who's going to answer or any awkward silences or anything like that. But I wanted to ask you guys just about the last 12 months you've had, because it seems like since I last spoke to both of you individually, a lot of time has passed, and it seems like you've both come on leaps and bounds as both individuals and as a tag team. Danny, I'll start with you because you're to the furthest left of my screen as I'm seeing it. Talk to me about the last 12 months, how it's been for you personally.
Yeah, it's been alright. 12 months. Oh, yeah. What has happened? I don't know. A lot's happened, and it's hard to keep track of what exactly has happened. It feels like a long time, but also not a lot of time.
It's sort of just a blur.
I have no clue what's happened in the last 12 months.
Yeah, I was going to say it all probably just meshes into one blur at a certain point, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
What about you, Joe? How have you found the start of this year, the last 12 months, just where, I don't know, it seems like you guys have really been sort of climbing that ladder, getting yourselves out there in a way more prominent way than say it was when we last spoke.
Yeah, we were watching some of our older matches the other day at Daniel's house, and it is weird how much, although it's only been such a short amount of time, how much we have changed, and especially as a tag team, we're just so much more. I know everything we do is so much sharper in such a short amount of time. We kind of didn't even realize it happening until we kind of stepped back and watched how far we came.
I was going to say, so that it was that moment, say you were watching your matches back, and that's when you realised there's because I was going to ask you if there was sort of a match or a moment where in that certain moment you realised oh shit, this is way beyond what we were doing 2 years ago.
I don't think there was a specific moment, but we watched a collection of matches the other day, so it was that really highlighted oh wow, we are a lot different. Although it wasn't that long ago, I think if you were to go back and watch matches and kind of pinpoint where the change happened, whether it's linked or not, is actually when we switched to wearing the blue tights this year. I thought kind of everything we've done wearing the blue tights has been a lot more just better than how we wrestled wearing the pink tights. Again, is it related, is it not? I don't know.
I was going to say, Danny, you must have some insight into that, right? Because you design ring gear as well, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, is there a style thing to that? Is it is there a stylistic reason you think that could be?
I mean, I'm definitely a lot more comfortable in the blue shorts now.
Yeah?
So maybe it's linked. Yeah, the pink tights, they were very well made, but they're really thick, they're multiple layered.
It's 3.
Yeah, so they took ages to get on and off.
Right, you're exhausted by the time you got them on.
Maybe it's the fact we was already tired before we even went out the curtain, just from getting the tights on.
I was going to say, yeah, you're walking out the curtain, you're already like gasping for air, exhausted. You're like, come on, now I've got to do a match as well.
Yeah, I know, the lactic acid build-up in the arm when you're pulling them up. It's mad.
There you go, maybe there is a link then. Maybe there is. I mean, like, it's interesting you mentioned that as well, because, like, I think that sort of, like, meshes well into something that I wanted to get onto as well, in the fact that that gear change also seems to have come, especially again in the last year, with, like, a personality shift for you guys in the ring, where it seems like you're a lot more ruthless, you're a lot more aggressive, you're a lot more, like, you know, just willing to sort of, like, do what it takes to get victory.
Yeah, a bit less fruity as well.
Yeah.
Less zest on it. We're more focused now.
Less zest, but more Steeze.
Yeah.
So,
yes, more Steeze and Greaze.
There's a balance there.
Yeah.
Joe, I'll go to you first on this one then. Like, so what about that shift for you guys? Like, in terms of, was that quite a natural thing? Like, was it quite a conscious thing that you guys wanted to sort of morph into being this sort of like more aggressive, like, team than you had been maybe in the past, or was it sort of just quite a natural shift that you just sort of happened?
You said Joe, bruv. Go on.
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry.
You look like
I thought I did. I worried that.
Wakey, boy. Come on.
I didn't even listen to the question. Bloody hell. Right. No, I don't think it was. Are you saying if it's like a deliberate thing?
Yeah, was it like a deliberate like choice on your part to like sort of make that little shift, but like, or was it quite a natural course of action that you thought?
I think it was kind of just natural. There is obviously, I mean, maybe it literally is a direct link to us changing gear and us kind of changing up in the ring as well. But maybe it was just that kind of motivation, like, oh, we have a new look, like we like a new energy for this, for this run, I guess. But no, obviously the aim is to always keep getting better, and if things aren't working, you try something new and see if that works. I think it was natural.
Yeah. Danny, what about you? What about like, what just your thoughts on sort of like this more, I guess, tenacious, like aggressive tag team that it seems like you've become?
Yeah, no, I agree with Joe. It was definitely something that happened naturally, but I feel like it needed to happen. It's just like, the next evolution of us. Like, no one wants to stay the exact same for forever. So like, you've got to change bits and bobs, and like, since we have, like Joe said at the start, we've only become like better and better. So the change definitely worked.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, again, I think like I think when we spoke, Danny, I think you had you on the show first, and then Joe like a little while after, a few months after. But in that time as well, Joe, since we last spoke, there's been a lot of change in CPF just generally, not just in yourselves and like just you two. I mean, I'm not sure. Is Callum Newman still a sore point, or are we beyond that at this point? Is that?
No, that's the boy.
We're beyond it. He's a brother. He came back to England for 10 days. Most of it being last week, so we managed to meet up with him and reconnect, I guess. In fact, I reconnected with him in Japan like the week before. So we spent a fair bit of time with Callum.
No, I saw those photos. They're nice. It was nice. It's nice to see you guys back all reunited. No bad blood anymore.
Not at all. No.
I love that. Well, I want to ask you guys just about Callum. Just to like, again, as there's no bad blood, I think it's just nice to sort of big up the stuff that he's been doing out in Japan as well, because I think like he's been on an absolute tear. Like he's absolutely smashing it at the minute. Go on, Danny. I'll go with you first. What have you made of like? Because it seemed like Callum, like for ages, and not just, I mean, it was sort of similar with all you guys, but it seemed like Callum was one of those guys where the work he was doing just was so underrated for so long before he went to Japan. And now it's taken him going to Japan for everyone to sit up and be like, holy shit, like, this guy has got some serious talent.
Yeah, he's been underrated in every, like, stage of his career, I guess. So, like, even when he was really only on, like, the London Lucha shows, he was like the best thing there, and no one knew it because they was quite self-contained, those shows, and they had like their specific fan base that went to that. And then like obviously as he progressed, getting to more and more places, like Rev Pro and Progress and stuff like that, like it took him a while to get like the standout matches he deserved, because it took some catching up to do, but like you see with how quickly New Japan have caught on to how good he is, because he's the youngest entrant in the G1, the biggest tournament in wrestling, arguably. And he's only been there for like since how long? Not that long.
September, not even a year.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
even a year.
Not even a year, and he's in the flipping G1. So New Japan know the Steeze.
Yeah, they're aware. They're very aware. I mean, like, I think they'd be foolish to not bring you all out and have a full CPF reunion out in Japan. I mean, that would be something, right?
It would be lovely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, crazy.
Joe, what about yourself? Again, like, you've been out to Japan as well. Obviously, you saw Callum out there, but you had your own great run out there as well. Like, talk to me about that experience, about, like, in terms of both from your perspective and sort of, like, what we can see in Callum now as well, in terms of, obviously, he's always been underrated, but in terms of how his style has changed, how, again, you can see that different side to him now since his time in Japan. Like, can you talk about, like, how that time out there, like, changes you as a wrestler, like, from your personal experience, in terms of, like, what you gain from it, what you learn from it, even like, the shorter time you were out there?
Yeah, I was only out there for a show, so it's different to, because most people go for a tour, which is at least a month, usually, a few shows. But even just from doing that one show and kind of being just around wrestling in Japan and the other Japanese wrestlers, or even just the wrestlers in Japan, like Callum, you do learn a lot. And they, I think it was the best thing possible to happen to Callum, obviously being so young. I think he turns 22 next month.
Yeah, which is mad, right? Like, I mean, you guys are all young, and it's sickening, to be honest. But, like, for the amount of stuff you guys have done at such a young age, I'm like, oh, it's very upsetting.
Yeah, so he's been there since, well, during the whole time he's been 21, actually, because he would have just turned when he first moved out. I guess the style that he was doing before Japan, obviously the high risk, high flying style, a lot of people, when you're that age, you kind of keep seeing how far you can take it, but going to Japan kind of makes you slow down and focus on just the bullet points, what you want to get across. So obviously New Japan, working alongside Callum Newman to kind of refine what he does, that's been incredible for him. And I was lucky enough to see him go against Kenta at Korakuen Hall. I was there live. And yeah, it was wicked to see, like, in that just year, how much he's grown as a performer. Yeah, super good.
Yeah, it's awesome. Big up Callum. Yeah, can't wait to have him back here on a more regular basis as well. That would be great. It's a little CPF reunion in the ring would be nice as well. That would be great.
Good.
I mean, talk to me then about CPF now, about, like, what you guys have got coming up in terms of sorry. There's a few promotions I want to get into. The first one that I know you have a little bit of beef with at the minute is Sov Pro. Because I know there's a bit of beef surrounding the fact it seems like you guys deserve a title shot out there.
It would be that way, wouldn't it? Yeah.
And Shorty and the guys just don't seem to be keen on giving it to you. Danny, what do you think of that?
I think in secret the 8-7 have been begging them not to give us a title shot because they are terrified.
Yeah, it does seem like something Big Wavy would do, doesn't it? Yeah.
Listen, we've pinned them multiple times technically in a Sov Pro ring. So we have that one match that we beat them, second time we faced, and then we had the 2 out of 3 falls, which we got a pinfall on them. So multiple times we pinned them in a Sov Pro ring. Last show we beat. Oh whoa!
What have you done there? Oh my god! What was that?
These brothers living the gimmick.
I was gonna say what.
What the?
I have no idea what happened there. Did someone do something where, like, yeah?
I summoned the Steeze from below. I don't know
What pose did you do? I want to do that.
This is magic. Oh, it's amazing. We've never had live magic on the podcast.
That's incredible.
This is incredible.
More reason why we should be tag champs, man. It's just,
It is. It totally
I was gonna say, Shorty, if you're watching this guy can summon balloons. Like, what are you doing? Like,
That was cold.
I know, I'm so sick. Anyway, yeah,
this has made it. This has been brilliant. This is great. No.
we've pinned 8-7 multiple times in the Sov Pro ring. Last Sov Pro show, we pinned Sunshine Machine, who are considered to be one of the best tag teams in the whole of Europe, even the world.
Might we add, that was the first victory we ever had over the Sunshine Machine, proving
exactly.
our tag team development.
Different gear. Shout out Ethan Allen. And then, what else? Bruv, I can summon balloons. What more do you need?
But that's it. Like, that is literally it. Like, that's the thing now. Like, what more proof do you need that a tag title shot is on the cards?
And, you know, I like the Rebellion. They're cool. But we've beat them multiple times all around the UK, and they're just walking into a title shot. I don't get where the logic comes from there. So I reckon, Joe, if you're free, we might have to take up a trip up to Manchester next Sunday and maybe have some words with some people.
Well, Danny Back, let me check my calendar.
Check it.
I'm free.
Oh,
Looks like we're off to Manchester on Sunday, brother.
That is, what a coincidence. That is crazy. That is mad. I mean, like, it's just great timing that you're both free to go up there.
It's almost like it writes itself.
Exactly. It's almost as if it's pre-planned. Brilliant. It's beautiful. It's beautiful stuff. I was going to say...
plan if you shall.
I mean, like, it's going to be great seeing you eventually, because you're going to have that time. There's only so long Roth and Roy can run, isn't there, really? Like, realistically, like...
Yeah.
They can't keep ducking it forever.
Ticking on it, let me tell you.
Time is ticking.
And I mean, I'll happily say it, as a Brighton fan, that's what you expect from two Crystal Palace fans, really, isn't it? Like...
Football.
Yeah.
Yes. Joe, you know
Get the
Kind of. If Arsenal are doing well, tune in.
Yeah. Only then. Only if they do. If they're not doing well, just now. That's good though. I think that's more important. I think it's a little glory supportery, but also like it's a lot healthier. Like being invested in a football team too much is not a good thing.
Yeah, I used to be proper into it, but wrestling kind of takes up the weekend, so it's very, you know.
I was going to say, you don't really have time to watch it, do you? Like, that's the thing, if you're busy, then...
No.
And I think you'd rather...
Champions League, though. Come on. Champions League.
Yeah, exactly. Midweeks, you can get to those, that's fine.
I'm around.
Beautiful stuff. Well, we've spoken a lot about CPF to start the podcast. We're going to get into our first little feature now. I remember we did a couple of features with you guys when you were on the podcast. I believe it's Anatomy of a Pro Wrestler, but this time we've got a couple of new features that I don't believe you guys have done since you've been here. Since the last time you were on the podcast. The first one, correct me if I'm wrong, Joe, I definitely feel like Danny didn't, but we've got a feature here called Dishing the Dirt that I don't believe either of you have done. And we're going to have you dish some dirt on your fellow wrestlers in the locker room. So basically, I'm going to give you some...
Sounds like our group chat.
Yeah. We're bringing the group chat onto the podcast here, because I'm going to give you some scenarios, and you're going to let me know...
Anymore.
Huh? You're gonna let me know what comes to mind for each one. I'll go to each of you in turn. So Daniel, we'll start with you and then go to Joe for each one if you guys want to give different answers.
Yeah, go on.
So the first one is who's always running late?
Joe.
Yeah.
He's right there.
Is it Joe? Is it?
Yeah, I do have to agree. I will dish the dirt to myself for that one. Yeah, it's me.
What's causing that?
What is causing that, Joe? Please explain.
A whole range of things, really. More important things. No, sleep. And I live in the middle of nowhere. And Daniel can back me on that.
You do, but when you're at mine, what's your excuse?
Oh.
Well, give me an example.
When we had to wake up for Banger's own pickup. And you wake up 2 minutes before we meant to... No, 1 minute before we meant to leave.
And what time was I out in time? Was I out in time?
Yeah, a minute late, maybe.
No, I was not a minute late. I was ready. I was ready.
To be fair, a minute before you meant to leave and still only being a minute late is pretty impressive. I
wasn't even a minute late. I was on time.
How do you manage that?
Well, because I had packed my bag the day before, and then I had laid my clothes out. So I literally just got up all groggy, put the clothes on, grabbed the backpack, and left.
It's smart time management. You're getting the most out of your sleep as you can.
Which wasn't a lot for that trip.
It never is.
Never.
So tired.
Brilliant. Well, I mean, we've clearly seen a mini CPF implosion here in the first question, so I'm delighted to see where the rest...
This is just standard.
No. I'm delighted to see where the rest of this goes now based on that alone. The next one is who has the worst music taste? Go on, Joe. We'll start with...
Like out of anyone in the locker room?
Yeah, anyone in the locker room. Any shows you work.
I have one.
Go on.
Mark True.
Yeah?
He literally, Mark True, non-ironically listens to like AI Plankton remixes of songs. You know.
Oh yeah, no, I know. Yeah, my brother sends me those from like TikTok all the time.
Yeah, like there's one thing sending it on TikTok, haha, 30-second clip, funny. No, pass brother the aux chord and he's playing like 3 minutes worth of Mr. Krabs and Plankton. So yeah, it's gotta be Mark Tree.
That is, yeah. To be fair, unironically as well is bad. Like, yeah, that's poor. That is poor. Danny, any others come to mind, or is that a nailed on cert for it to be true?
Yeah, I think
that's
that has to be the one. I didn't even remember that. Yeah.
That is,
oh, I did. It's gone.
It's like in your mind now permanently. You can't unhear it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm as much of a fan as these little AI edits as anyone else for the 10-20 seconds on Instagram, but
yeah, right.
But for minutes at a
Bro
time.
got past the aux and he started just railing them off. Oh.
Amazing. Oh, I'm glad I wasn't there. The next one I think is probably my favourite on the list. It's who would you, under no circumstances, let a family member date? I'll give you a bit of time to think. But like, yeah, just imagine a member of your family walks in arm in arm with any wrestler that you guys are like on shows with, and you're like, no, not a chance that's happening.
Ooh, I don't actually know. Most people are sweet.
Most of them stay away.
No, I'd say most people are sweet backstage. I would. Oh no.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, it is a tough one.
I gotta say, I respect it. You guys have put a lot of thought into this. Like more than most other people can sort of name someone off the bat, which is interesting.
Okay,
now.
Right. If someone comes home with blue cane, we're having words. Okay, I'm putting it out there.
Yeah, and I have to say, Smashing Mike.
Yeah. What's wrong with Mike?
Tired, baby.
Dunno, you asked for a name.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. I wonder what Mike would say to that.
He doesn't get tired.
And that's why he's coming nowhere near a family member. Not a joke.
No.
Yeah, please.
It's sound reasoning, to be fair. It's sound reasoning. The next one is the next one's interesting because we already said who's running late, and like Danny obviously said it was Joe. But based on the answer to that, I feel like this answer can't be Joe because it's who takes the longest to get ready. It can be like either for their match or say like if you guys are leaving after a show and someone's like still in their gear and nowhere near ready to leave.
Oh, I literally could fit in for all of these. But no, there's got to be worse than me.
Are you always the last out of the locker room normally?
No, you're not that bad.
I have got better with time. I have been before, but I'm getting better.
Improving.
It's ages.
Yeah.
You guys did say that you take ages when you had the pink gear. Like that would have been you to get.
Usually, like if I'm on earlier in the card. Oh, God.
Taylor James.
Oh yes, no, yeah, he
really?
his own time.
If he gives you a time frame, you gotta double it.
Yeah, at least.
Really?
Yeah, he's bad. Like even the other day at Ignite when we were waiting for him, and he was nowhere to be seen. We were trying to get a table at Nando's, and he was just not there, leaving with us.
No.
That is outrageous as well, especially when Nando's is waiting. Like.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it was his like third one for the week, but.
Oh my God! What?
Because Callum just wanted Nando's.
You can't get it in Japan.
No, that's.
Callum had 4. I was there for 2 of them.
I was
Danny
3.
was there for 2 of them. Hey.
3.
You were there for 3 of them.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Aiden was there for 3 of them as well. I was only there for 2.
Well, this is the key question now. What is your Nando's order?
I get a chicken butterfly burger.
Nice.
Boring.
Nice with.
Just chips.
Yeah, classic.
Sometimes spicy rice. I do like the rice.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice. Danny?
But don't judge me. Lemon and herb.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's a little pussy boy.
Yeah. No, zero spice.
Stretch to medium.
No, you. Well, okay. You had one of Aiden's wings last time.
That was a hot wing, brother.
Oh yeah, you went all the way up to hot. Bless him.
Come on.
Incredible. Very. Do you still have your steak well done, Joe?
No, I have a medium.
Yes. Oh my God, amazing. He's learning. He's growing.
And I'll have you know, in Japan, I eat meat raw.
Oh.
So,
There's so much growth. Not just the growth is just stretches. It stretches beyond the ring.
it does. I have actually got a lot better with eating.
Very impressive. I can't hold that to you now. I can't hold that against you now. That was like one thing that I was able to hold against you.
No.
Because let's face it, you've got to be beat in most other aspects. So. And now I don't even have that.
Hey, come on. Go on, Daniel. What's your Nando's order, Mr. Chicken Livers?
Oh, piss off. All right.
No.
Listen, no, all right.
Like, he loves it.
I do. Listen, right? If I'm gonna have time to eat, right? If my food doesn't come real late or someone impedes me from getting to a facility I need to get.
No, I love that. Get on it, man.
I won't say it. You know the number. Okay. Anyway, right, I have quite a big order, but I take ages to eat anyway, so it takes me ages to eat.
Right.
But my order is chicken livers, medium.
I can't do the livers.
You can choose the spice of chicken livers.
Yes, bro.
I thought they
It's
were
Nando's.
I thought they were just livers.
No, bro. I'm not having raw livers.
Yeah, no one wants their liver to taste like liver. That's weird.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I've
Alright.
yeah, because I've tried to have like normal like liver, from other places, and I hate it. But the Nando's one slaps.
Okay.
That's weird. That's weird, mate. That is weird. I'm not gonna lie. That's because that implies that you're eating the livers for the texture, not even the taste, and that's
No,
bizarre.
because the texture's not peak. The texture normally is quite peak. But the texture for Nando's just do it different, and I don't know why. I don't have any rhyme or reason for it. They're just paying, and I can't.
Continue your order, bro.
Yeah, go on, go on.
Right, livers, two sides, mac and cheese.
Nice.
The new thing.
Mac and
Beautiful.
cheese.
And then some peri peri chips with some peronaise to dip in there.
Nice. Those are solid sides. Those are solid sides.
And then I'll indulge in some boneless thighs as well.
Lovely. Yeah. Okay. That's a solid order. The livers, I think, is like a Marmite thing. I think that'll split the crowd.
Yeah.
But the rest of that, I think, is a pretty strong order.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I like it. Sort of forgot what we were talking about there, but we're on to the next one.
You're being late for Nando's.
Oh yeah, that was it. You were being late for Nando's. That's how we got onto Nando's. Because I was like, I just swear I didn't ask a food question. That's really weird. Like, how did we get onto Nando's? But that is why. Now, the next one I think is key from the team that obviously has the most steez in professional wrestling.
And Greaze.
Yes, of course. How could I forget that? Sorry. Yes, it's a duo, isn't it? Like yourselves, it's like they come together.
Absolutely.
Yes, there's a new thing.
We're trying to get it over. We'll see.
I was going to say, well, that's fair enough. Well, hopefully, I'm sure it will. You got to say, you say it loud enough, then it will.
They say it enough times. That's what happened with Steeze. Plus,
Yeah,
it's on the new merch. What new merch, you ask? We'll see.
Oh, little plug there. I love it. Keep an eye out. Well, as I said, actually, the merch is beautiful. Actually, it's a brilliant way to lead on to this next question as well, because we're talking.
I summon balloons and I predict questions.
This is it. I was going to say, are you magic? This is mad. Like, this is some sort of Harry Potter stuff right here. This is. Well, the next one is who we're talking out the ring. Who has the worst dress sense?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Again.
Mayhew.
Yeah.
Why?
Joe dresses very well now, but he used to have absolutely no clue. So another
growth.
He's grown over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
But yeah, no, Mayhew's just absolutely dire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is awful from him. Who else is? No, it's got to be him.
No, it has to be.
Yeah.
He's the only one.
What?
So, like the outfit he wore the other day. Was he wearing shorts with like?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he had a Vaughn Vertigo tee on. No disrespect to Vaughn. That's fine. Gold, black shorts, a long sleeve jacket, socks, probably odd socks, and then bright yellow Crocs.
Which were fur-lined in this heat.
Oh.
Oh no, he was barefoot actually.
Yeah, he had the toes out underneath that.
Fur line. I didn't even know fur line Crocs were a thing. That's mad.
Yeah, Mammoth Crocs. Come on.
That is, that's
I used
bizarre.
to have them.
That's
a pair actually. Beige. I was 8. Anyways.
Got some all sorts of terrible fashion we're going on here. I'm not a fan of the Crocs. I can't do the Crocs. The Crocs aren't for
Maybe
me.
he does multiple. He has like tie-dye Crocs. The yellow ones, probably all black.
I swear Crocs in British wrestling were like a really hidden thing, and then I swear like Alexis Falcon started showing them off, and then everyone started wearing them.
Mayhe's been on it for ages.
He has been on it for a while. I got him for either Christmas or his birthday once, like Croc sliders. Yeah,
Just lovely. It's like, what is it like it'll be like Cribs or something, where like you go into his house, he's got the whole shoe closet, but it's just Crocs, just all Crocs.
Honestly, like I've got a lot of trainers, right? but Mayhew with the Crocs is different gravy.
Different world. We got to get him on the podcast to talk about it. I think this is important. I think this needs to be uncovered, like the reason behind it. The next one's the nicer version of what I just asked though. Obviously I'm going to say you guys can't pick each other because you got the same gear, but we're talking in the ring. You guys have forgotten your gear for a show. You got to borrow someone's gear, but we're talking one size fits all. You can pick whoever you want. Whose gear do you look at and you're like, I could definitely pull that off?
Oh, okay.
I can pull off anything, geezer.
Anything.
Anything, give it to me.
That's a bold statement to make. Could you pull off? Oh, I'm trying to think of one you couldn't pull off now. Actually, you might be right.
And you can't do it.
What about no? I can't. I'm racking my brain. What about a Nina Samuels? Could you pull off Nina Samuels?
Of course I could.
What, the tiny hat?
Yeah, the little hat, the singlet. Come on, easy.
Come on.
My hairy little legs sticking out of them. Come on.
You're right. I think it could look good. Joe, what about you? Anything quite as audacious?
No, not quite. Sure, I could just pick Mayhew, stick in the CPF.
No, we're not going to go CPF. No. That's technicality. No. We're talking no CPF. It's got to be beyond.
Here's a little Easter egg. Well, yeah, I'm not going to reveal what it is, but Callum Newman's new gear.
Really?
Yeah.
Fire, bro.
Nice. We saw it this morning.
Yeah.
Whose gear do I like?
Leon's got some. His new trousers are sick.
That's where my mind was going.
Yeah.
The baggy type.
Yeah. We've had a lot of people say Leon. Leon does have some pretty sweet gear.
It is quite cold. Lycos, I like the baggy stuff.
Mm.
Oh, and the mask as well would be fun.
Yeah. No, that's Lycos 2 now. Yeah.
Yeah, the Lycos 2. Yes, the furry stuff. Yeah, why not? Lycos 2.
I think that's a good one. Yeah, Lycos 2 and Nina Samuels teaming up. Why not? I think it could work. Yes, the team no one ever knew they needed until now.
Put them in the tag league, Andy.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, that'd be great for the tag league, wouldn't it? That would be amazing. You imagine you guys come out in the tag league as Nina Samuels and Lycos 2. That's pop of the year right there.
That'd be fire.
Brilliant. The next one is who would throw the best party in the locker room? Who would throw the party you need to be at?
Well,
not me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not Joe.
No.
Who?
You go to the parties, Joe. You don't host them.
Sometimes. Who would be? Oh, Jordan Said.
Jordan Said.
Jordan would throw. Yeah, he's got
a good one.
He's got celeb connections now as well, hasn't he? So like.
He has. Yeah, I reckon it'd be a fun time.
Yeah. Dan Maloney as well.
Yeah.
Oh, also a good shout. Yeah.
Yeah, Dan is a good shout. Yeah, I think people have said Dan, but no one said Jordan before actually, and that's pretty upsetting. Like I feel like
well, I've changed that now.
Exactly. There we go, Jordan. You've been repped. You would throw a good party. You got to prove it now. He's got to prove it now. He's got to throw a good party now to prove you're right.
Yeah, no. He doesn't need encouraging.
No, he does not.
And the final one, I think it's the most important of the entire list. And again, I'm going to say you can't pick any like each other or Mayhew or no, I'm going to say you can't pick Newman as well either, as like former CPF teammates as well. I'm saying you can't no CPF for this because it's who would you pick to be your partner in the zombie apocalypse?
Ooh, a zombie apocalypse. Who's mental?
Robbo.
Oh, Robbo is a shout.
Yeah, I want Robbo.
I was thinking
I feel like he'd bite the zombies.
They'd be the ones running, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Robbo's a decent shout. I was thinking Mark True.
Oh,
I've
he's
used his name
mental as
before,
well.
but he's pretty nutty.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark True and Robbo, dream team.
I'll tell you what, that's an interesting dream team again, but I'm not mad at it. I think it's alright.
Yeah.
I think some smart choices there. I like it. Well, we've got a closing feature as well that we'll get to in a little bit, but I want to talk to you guys more about like just the stuff you've had going on this last few months. The one thing I want to see that I saw on like obviously on social media because you guys shared it out was those scenes from BZW, which frankly were mental. Like,
Yeah.
Danny, I'll come to you first, but like just talk to me about that whole experience because that show seemed just wild.
Yeah, Banger Zone's our favourite place. We've said it a lot, and we will continue to say it because it's just the best. Like the crowds in France and Belgium are the best crowds we performed in front of.
Damn.
And excuse me. And the last show in particular was the biggest. Yeah, I burped. Grow up.
It's alright. I had that real bad cough earlier, so that's fine. We're, like,
I don't know.
it happens, isn't it? It's live recording. It's
Yeah, cut that. Yeah, the last show in particular was the biggest crowd they've had. It was 1,000 people. The venue was incredible. It was the building was massive. It was mostly a casino, but then they had that big room that the ring went in, obviously. And yeah, like you saw how good the French crowds are. Well, the masses saw how good the French crowds were at Backlash. And like that's just standard for French crowds. Like they're like that all the time. So you can see why it's our favourite place.
Yeah.
And that last show in particular was, one of my favourite shows I've ever been. I tweeted the day after, I think it was, that like it was one of the best shows top to bottom that I've ever been a part of. Like everyone on those shows is so good. Like they're booked so well. He brings in like really cool imports. All the like local French guys are so good. So yeah, it's a really special place.
I love that. And Joe, that must be really cool as well in terms of like, who do we have? We had someone on recently where we were talking about exactly this, about how like the European scene has grown so much so quickly that it's giving like British talent these opportunities that maybe like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, they weren't available because there wasn't much wrestling out in Europe. And now there are these big shows out in Europe where you guys can go over, get some like trips to Europe and perform in front of these like insane crowds, which must be really like really cool, a really cool feeling.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We're very vocal about how they are our favourite promotion to work for. That's because of the respect that we get from the fans, and obviously the respect we have for the fans is just, you can't be replicated at the moment. It's kind of the only place in Europe running it to that scale consistently as well. And what's crazy about it is the usual venue they have. I think there's about 500 or 600 in there, and they consistently sell that out. And then they had to upgrade to a bigger venue, which was, as you said, 1,000 people. They sold that out as well. You saw how crazy it was, as Danny mentioned as well, for Backlash. A lot of the fans, because Banger Zone and Rick's ran on the same day before Backlash, and like pretty much all the fans there were going straight to Backlash. So just those 400 or 500 fans alone could have powered that stadium, let alone the other thousands that actually attended. So it's crazy. They keep leveling up, and if you did give them a bigger venue, I'm sure they could sell that out too. But it's an honor for us to have been their tag champs as well, and just been a part of their rise to success. And no doubt they're not slowing down. So
no, I love
cool
that.
to be a part of their journey.
Yeah, big.
That last show is on TV in France as well, isn't it?
Yes, it will be on TV channels in northern France and Belgium. I don't know when, but it was recorded for TV.
Oh, immense. Love it.
Yeah,
love it. CPF on mainstream TV in mainland Europe. That's...
Get used to it.
Yeah. Taking over. Love it. I love it. And that's brilliant. And like, again, talking about what you guys have got coming up, obviously, Joe, I think we spoke like last time we had you on the podcast, it was just before you went to America. And now you guys are back off to America again. I mean,
we are.
That's gonna be a cool experience again. Like, I mean, you must be really looking forward to it. But like, obviously, I'm sure you can't say what you got planned and stuff like that as of yet. But like, how much are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, no, we're super gassed for it. It's in like a few weeks. It's gone really quick. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't yet say what we have, and like because it's so soon, things might even get announced this week. Like we don't know when announcements are dropping. But all I can say is keep your eyes peeled because things will be getting announced soon. We do have shows out there, big shows, exciting shows. Some returns, some debuts. Summer of Steeze. It'll be a good time.
Yeah. Does America have as much Steeze as the UK?
Yes.
I'd say
more so when we're there, of course.
Obviously, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, the talent pool in the States. I mean, yeah, it's off the charts. Absolutely great.
Yeah, Danny, you must be looking forward to it as well. I mean, like, talk to me. Obviously, again, like you say, you can't announce them. Like, you know, keep your eyes peeled for where you guys are going to be. But like, talk to me about the sort of like the American crowd, and like how much you're looking forward to be in front of them, and that sort of like again that difference it is to performing in the UK.
Yeah, like this will be my first proper tour of America. Like you said, Joe did a tour before solo,
2 years
and
ago.
then 2. Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
No, 2 years ago I was saying.
Oh, okay. And then we as CPF went out there for LA WrestleMania, which wasn't like a tour, but we was there for a week and we had a couple shows.
Yeah.
So yeah, first proper tour of America, and I'm really excited. Like, I wish we could say what we've got because we've got some really cool stuff.
I mean, we probably could, but
No, you don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to upset anyone. Just in case, just because there will be probably a few announced by the time this goes out. But
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'm hoping so. Yeah. We've been sent graphics, so we know.
you know where you're going to be. You know what's happening.
We know, yeah, but
Yeah.
we just we want to post it.
Lovely.
But yeah, we've got some like loads of people out there we want to wrestle that we haven't before. Like I feel like especially as a tag team, we haven't touched nearly as many like dream matches as we could out there. Like it was really cool last time when we did GCW in LA. We got put in this multi-team scramble, so we got to wrestle like a few good teams like at once.
Yes.
He's done a thumbs up.
He's got one as well. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even. Wow.
Did you just read what you're doing and then that's? Oh, there you go. Look at how. What is happening right now?
How do I balloon?
Yeah, I don't know how I did the balloon.
That is. I've never seen this. You guys are both magic. This is ridiculous.
Well, what can I say?
He's trying to figure it out now. He's trying to figure out what settings are there that's like causing it.
Googling.
Oh, it does. Oh my god.
That's
Come on.
dope.
Yeah.
As I was saying, Joe.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, we got to be in there with loads of cool teams like at once last time, but there's loads of like.
Name them.
If you want me to, yeah, sure. A match that all of us in this match want is CPF versus East West Express. Jordo and Nick have spoke about wanting this match. We want that match, so hopefully that can
Unfortunately,
happen.
it won't happen this time because Jordo's injured and Nick Wayne is very famous. But
Yeah,
He's a little now, isn't he? He's a little famous. Yeah.
he's a bit tad famous. But I'm sure that match will happen at some point because we already want it. Some dream matches if we're gonna put them out there. Motor City Machine Guns,
Yes.
that'd be dope. The Hardy Boys, they're not with the Fed anymore.
Yeah.
They can do indies.
Anything on the table?
The Young Bucks. These are dream matches.
Tony
but no,
Khan,
there's like
make the call.
there's plenty of the Rascals. There's plenty of teams out in the States working for the places that we're going to be working. That are like really cool matches that could happen. So hopefully we see some of those this tour.
I'm pretty. To be fair, I'm pretty sure. Like we spoke to the Young Bucks on the podcast, and they were like that. You guys are ducking them, like the way you said about how Big Wavy and Roth are ducking you. So like, I'm fairly sure that was. You can quote me on that. They definitely said that.
Well, can they magic balloons out their arse?
Yeah.
No.
I don't think so.
Eh?
where'd it come from?
No, I wasn't meant to reveal my trick. Move on.
Oh, okay.
That's why the bubbles around them as well. Yeah. Lovely stuff. Well, that brings us on to our closing feature. And we had you dish some dirt on the rest of your locker room mates, but now we're going to have you guys dish a little dirt on each other, getting very close to the camera. Because this is sort of like a segment we have. It's basically Mr. and Mrs., except you guys are a couple in a different sense. So again, I'm going to pose some questions to you, and you let me know who it most applies to out of the two of you. So the next one, the first one is I got to find the questions first before I ask them. Don't I? There we go. All right, it's the same one as in the edition. It's out of you two who takes the longest to get ready. Yeah.
Yeah, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you said you dressed so quickly that one time.
I feel like, yeah, under extreme circumstances, he can get ready in seconds. But
Extreme.
yeah, if it's just a casual Tuesday, he's taking a while.
You're taking your time.
I'm taking my sweet time. But...
That's fair. That's fair. Well, I probably just came out saying 50 minutes. 50 minutes is plenty. We've got loads of time. That's fine. That's fine. The next one, obviously, you guys travel all around the world, all around the country, wrestling. So who's the best driver?
Neither
None of us can actually drive.
Oh, there we go.
It would have to be me.
Yeah, it would be you out of the two.
I have had some lessons, and actually in December, I had like a really early airport run, and so I asked my dad, can you get up early so I can take myself to the airport and you could just be in there? So I have actually driven myself like half an hour to the train station at like 6 a.m. So I
Joe by default.
taking lessons. I was decent at it, but I've stopped because I'm poor.
No, that's fair. That's fair. So who's the regular carpool then for you guys if you're going to shows?
Well, it depends where they are.
Sometimes, yeah, it really depends. Really depends.
You're not getting the trip up to Sopro with Roth and Roy though.
Oh,
No.
absolutely not. No, I ain't sharing a car with them. Yeah.
Outrageous. How dare I even suggest it? The next one is who out of the two of you is the better cook?
Ooh. Neither of us are very good at that either.
I whacked some chicken steaks and chips in the oven earlier.
Oh.
Starting this,
Were the chicken steaks already like breaded, already prepared?
Yep.
Ah.
I still have to, put them in there, set the timer.
Yeah, you had to open the pack. Those packs can be tricky. Sometimes the plastic doesn't peel away. You got to use a knife to like cut around.
The corner didn't work. I had to get a knife and do it.
Oh, you madman.
Danny, can you top that? Can you top that?
No, do you know what? I will back myself. I can do a good steak.
Yeah?
It's about the only thing I'm confident in.
Well, I can bake cookies.
Well, shush. This is my time now. Shut up.
I'll tell you what. No, we got the CPF dinner party right here. Main and dessert. There you go.
Oh, there we go. Come dine with us.
Perhaps we have to tag team on that.
Oh.
Brit Rez, come dine with me.
Oh my God, Brit Rest come dine with me would be incredible, wouldn't it?
It would.
I've just given someone.
I think if no one takes that idea by the time I inevitably win the lottery, then I'll do that, and we'll do Brit Rest come dine with me.
Yeah.
Set up proper cameras. That'll be great. It'll be brilliant.
Fantastic.
Need to see that. The next one is well, again, it's another one from the edition. It's who out of the two of you would throw the best party? And Joe already put himself out the running, so would it be Danny?
It would have to be me.
What's a Danny Black party? What are we talking?
Star. It went so quiet. Holy wow.
Anyways, I'm just a lovely host, I think.
Yeah.
Very gracious host. I do have like people staying at mine like most weekends, to be fair. And I feel like I'm a good host.
And back in Old Gaff, that was pretty lit.
Yes, yeah. See, yeah, I am a good host, to be fair.
Yeah, but you have a history of being a good host. So.
Yeah.
That's good. That's important. I think that's good. The final four are all sort of more wrestling based than the first four. The first one is I'm going to divide you here. I'm really going to divide you here. The first one is who's the more over with the crowd.
Depends where we are.
Yeah, it does depend where we are.
Yeah? Go on, give me some examples.
Joe didn't get the nickname Joe Carter for nothing, let me tell you. Was that in Spain?
Yeah.
I feel like it definitely was Joe in France, but I feel like we're kind of even now because we're like known as a tag team there. But Joe had some singles excursions out there before me.
Right, you had to claw it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it really does depend where. Whereas when we were first brought into Progress, obviously it just been Danny who like singles run through all the tapings era, so he was obviously the guy. So yeah, it really does depend where. But it's got to a point where we've kind of at most places we're just doing tag stuff.
Which we want to be doing, by the way.
Yeah, which we prefer doing.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
It depends where.
The next one I think is the bigger split because who's the most over in the locker room?
Oh.
Who do you guys think the locker room prefers?
People hate us, man.
Yeah. as again referenced by Roth and Roy, right?
Yeah, not them.
Yeah.
I feel like again it would depend where we were.
Who speaks the better French?
It was me last time. I was dropping game on everyone.
Yeah, well, I make more of an effort, so.
No, yeah, but I just naturally steeze it off.
Natural talent, balloons and French.
My
Beautiful.
year 8 French lessons. I've got it on lock. Come on.
Well, I took Spanish, so.
Yeah, you're more over in Spain, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's how it's judged. That is how it's judged classically, of course, by who knows the language better.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next one is who's the most trouble for promoters?
Joe.
Yeah, it's me. It's me.
Yeah. What are you doing, Joe? What's all this?
Hey, I don't want to be.
Trouble finds you.
that.
Trouble finds you.
Hey?
Trouble finds you.
Yeah, trouble finds me. We'll go with that one.
Yeah.
I'm better.
Yeah, he's better now.
Well, that's good.
Some people can never forgive him.
No, I will never set foot in that ring again.
Some people have long memories. Some people have very long memories. Yeah, I'm aware. And the final one is obviously it's the classic. Who would win in a match between Joe Lando and Danny Black?
I feel like if we look at the scoreboard, I feel like I'm up.
I have a feeling you are up.
Yeah.
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 Historically,
right? But who?
Right, hold on, let's deep it right. No, yeah, it's you.
No, it's definitely me.
Yeah.
Historically, it's you. But what about in terms of as of now, as of July 2024?
Well, the last time we worked was, I don't think we touched at all last year, right?
No, I was gonna say we haven't done it in ages. So if someone wants to book it to find out.
Yeah, no, I don't think it. I think the last one we would have done would have been the one right before I went to the States in 2022. So around about this time, 2 years ago, I think it was us two again, me versus you versus Sapphire.
No, we had the ladder match the day after.
Was that the day after?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that was earlier. It's that one then. I think that's the last time we ever wrestled, which you did win. However, 2 years and a bit have gone by, and I'm him.
Yeah.
Wow, we find out.
Someone's got to book it now. Someone book it.
Holy wow.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, we can't wait to see that match when it inevitably happens. I mean, it's gonna that'll go off. That'll be brilliant.
It's gotta happen.
Yeah.
CPF made a name for ourselves by fighting each other as well as tagging.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, and now you're all best friends, and it's beautiful.
I take that back. The last time we worked was actually the 4-way in Germany.
Was it? Oh yeah, that would have been after. Yeah.
But even so, it was 2022 either way.
It's been a while. I think it's time. It's time we brought it back. It back.
Actually, no, I take that back. It was GWP, you and Leon versus me and Mayhew, and you did win.
Oh yes, with my real tag team partner Leon Slater of TNA fame.
It was last year. Yeah, I suck so bad.
I have better tag team chemistry with Leon.
You got to get one. You need that victory now. This is your character arc now is going to be leading to this victory over Danny Black.
I think so. Yeah, because actually the first time we worked, it was me getting the win. UKPW 2021.
It was.
And now you need it again.
Preparing for a different opponent.
Well, I was preparing to eat brownies in bed, and I beat you.
He was.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then the brownies in bed is just the best reward after.
Right, well, yeah, and before.
Yeah. Oh, I see. You were preparing by eating brownies in bed.
No, no. The match you're referring to, I wasn't meant to wrestle that day. I was in bed, day off, lovely time. So I was eating brownies in bed, and then he got the call, all panicked, can you please come down to Kent for UKPW and wrestle me in 3-4 hours? And I was like, on it, brother, and I made it. It was amazing,
impressive,
right?
very good, very.
Then got changed, beat you.
Just that easy. That's why you've been prepping too much for those other matches where you faced him.
Maybe brownies are the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brownies are always
Just
the
be
answer.
lazy.
Beautiful. Well, that brings us nearly to the end of the pod. And guys, I've got one final question for you, but it's not a question that's been left by me because we have a new tradition that's new since you guys were last on it, where our last guest leaves a question for our next guest without any knowledge of who they're going to be leaving it for. So the question you guys have been left, and obviously you can answer it.
Is it the Ninos?
Huh? It's not. No. I've had another recording since then.
Oh wow!
He's a busy boy.
Yeah. You've got to keep it busy. You've got to keep it busy. The question you've been left is actually it's quite a fun one. I like this one a lot. Who is your favourite obscure pro wrestler?
Wow.
Oh, Joe's cracked the knuckles there like you've got an answer in the pocket.
My arm actually popped on that. I was quite painful.
He's out now.
Where do I begin? No, I'm going to say my favourite obscure wrestler is Bobby Quance.
That is obscure.
There we go. You know him.
That is, I vaguely know the name, but if I'm honest, if you put him in a lineup, I don't think I could point him out. But I know I've heard the name.
No, he was popping like early to mid 2000s. He did. He was trained under Bryan Danielson.
Right.
He did some CMLL shows alongside CZW and some PWGs. Like he was kind of around like Super Dragon LA territory.
Right.
Yeah, he's wicked. He's so good.
Yeah, that is an obscure name. I like it a lot. We'll put a picture for anyone who doesn't know. We'll put a picture of him here in the corner. So
and if you type in a recommendation like Bobby Quance versus Super Dragon,
yeah,
they've had like a series of matches and all of them are like crazy.
Nice.
Super Dragon.
Yes.
Go on, Danny. You got an obscure one? More obscure than I'd be impressed if you went more obscure than that.
Nah, you got. I know some obscure wrestlers.
Yeah, you do. I'm gonna say, an old PWG guy that I don't think wrestles anymore, but he was sick. I think his name's Brandon Gatson. Joe will know probably.
That is obscure.
Yeah, he was dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, I only really saw him in like old PWG previews and stuff, and I think there's maybe like a couple full matches on YouTube. But he was really sick. Like, he moved so fluid in the ring, and he would do like Sasuke's to the outside and stuff when you wouldn't expect it from a guy that looks like him. He looks like he will be like a sick like amateur shoot wrestler, but then he pops out that stuff.
Damn. Okay, well, I'm impressed because those are two real obscure wrestlers. And I think I'm not allowed to tell you who left the question. That's another part. I don't know why I made that part of it, but I made that part of it.
Oh, that's exciting.
But you'll find out. You'll find out like when it's announced, I guess, when the next pod's in.
True.
But like, yeah. So, but I think they'd be very pleased with those answers. So
Okay.
I think you've done well there. What is this?
He's been playing with the functions.
That's some serious Steeze right there.
That's cold.
I can't believe this hasn't been on the whole show. This is actually upsetting. I love how the glass are like following you as well. That's good. That's good tracking it's got as well.
They're real.
Yeah. I think this is the new look.
Perhaps so.
Danny's trying it now as well. Danny's trying to get something as well.
You're doing all sorts of. I'm Danny Black. I'm looking for that thing. Shut up.
That's me.
Isn't that cute?
That is cute.
That is
the vibe I was going for. I don't know what any of these look like.
I don't think I have filters. Oh my god. What is
I'm
this?
a dragon.
That's weird. That was
that one.
Oh, there we go. He's found it. So yeah, you know what was weird? That is that the dragon you just were would fit beautifully in the setting that Joe is now in.
Tag team chemistry you can't teach.
Yeah, this is like what is that? What is that behind you, Joe? What have you set here? Is this like
This is Gaff and Peterborough.
Mate, you got a good view there. I tell you what, that's Peterborough.
Yeah, it's pretty decent.
I was going to say. I didn't know Peterborough had a coastline, to be fair.
There you go, back to business.
Yeah.
Come on.
No.
Oh, come on, no. Danny's glasses are all over the place. They don't
I don't know how
to
to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Just tap on it again. There you go.
That was brilliant. Well, we had balloons. We've had scenic Peterborough. We've had thumbs up. This has been an interesting chat.
I still don't know how I did the balloons.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. Like, you must have done like that or something, right? Like, and it just sent.
I was like, doing mad hand gestures, and then it just happened.
Well, I'll when I rewind the tape, I'll see. I'll like do it slow mo. I'll see if I can pinpoint what it was.
Gang signs trying to get.
Just trying anything now. Yeah. You gotta be careful. Soon it'll be like flames and stuff. It'll be like stuff you weren't expecting.
Fire.
Like yeah, like that. Maybe that's flames or something like that. Yeah. We'll see soon. Oh no, the thumbs up's not working anymore. It's broken now.
To get it in shot.
It was.
Oh, there we go. No, Dan's Joe's is gone now. Joe's he's broken
that
it.
One projects.
Well, I think that is a beautiful way to wrap up the podcast. Danny Black, Joe Lando, thank you so much for joining me once again on the podcast. It's been a pleasure having you guys here. I hope you've enjoyed it.
We have. Thank you for having us.
No, of course, it's been great to have you back. It's been great to see the work you've been doing over the last year or so. I think you guys have absolutely been smashing it. Can't wait to see what the rest of the year holds for you guys. That does lead us on to my last question, which is, what does the rest of the year hold for you guys? Like, if we were having this chat this time next year, and I said, has it been a good year for CPF? What would that entail? What would make it a good year for CPF?
So we're either going to be really sad or fulfilled.
Nowhere in the middle. It can't be in the middle. It's either sad or fulfilled.
Severely depressed for weeks, or we're just going to be living life.
We do get quite now bad at times. Well, I would say a tour of Japan.
Yeah.
So for CPF, a tour of Japan for CPF would, that's kind of that's what we want within the next year. That's kind of the main one that sticks out.
That's the top of the list goal.
Yeah.
I like that.
Obviously, there's various names and things we'd like to get to work, but tour of Japan is kind of the exclamation mark. Yeah.
Nice, Danny. Anything else on top of that, or?
No, just that. I'll say it here live on the pod. If I don't work Japan within the year, I'll retire.
Oh,
it's happening, bro.
That is a bold one. Well, now we need to make sure it happens, because there's no way we're letting you retire, because that'd be outrageous.
I'm not saying that about myself.
Oh, you've already done it. Shut up.
Yeah, but I want to do it again.
Yeah.
So you don't think that we can do it within the year? That's fine.
No,
my tank partner doesn't believe in me.
No, Joe, you got to put the career on the
list. Put the bold statements out so you can get these succulent apple juice back in.
Fine then. I'm gonna put a bold statement out.
Yeah.
Within the next year, CPF will take on the team of Paul London and Brian Kendrick.
Oh, within a year. That's a bit mad, brother.
Yeah, I love it.
Back it.
I love it.
I didn't drop the retirement part, but
we'll sweep that away. That's under the rug. That's under the rug. The match I want to see you guys have, if I'm honest, if someone out there is watching and wants to book it, is CPF versus the Medusa Complex.
Oh, that would be fire.
It would be fire.
That's the match I've been wanting for a while.
Over, darling. We'll get it done.
That's the match I've been wanting for a while. I know that Charlie Evans tweeted out a little while ago, like, who do you want us to face? And I was like, well, clearly it's got to be CPF, right? Because that match would just go off. That would be. I don't know about everyone. That's the match I want to see. So I assume everyone wants to see it. Why wouldn't they?
Well, they'll want to see it once it's happened, and everyone's talking about how sick it was.
And that could be. What about that one out in Japan as well? Actually, no, don't have that one out in Japan, please, because I want to see it. Don't do that one out in Japan. Someone offers you that match out in Japan, just be like, no, we'll do it in the UK.
Pay for everyone to fly back to England.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's fine. Yeah. You guys can turn it down. It's fine. I know you would do. I know you.
We don't want Kurikan. Fly us back to Southampton.
Yeah.
We'll do it there.
Basically same place, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Beautiful. Well, that does wrap up the pod. And guys, thank you so much again for coming on. As you know, we have a closing tradition here on the podcast where we always leave our guests with the last word. So, Danny, I'll start with you. For anyone watching who sees CPF on a match poster, on a match card, out in the US where you're going to be in a few weeks, or in the UK, or out in Japan, obviously sometime within the next 12 months, someone sees you guys on a show near them and comes to check you out, why is CPF going to steal the show?
Yeah, Danny.
Because of two simple words, Steeze and Greaze. And if you don't know, by the time we're finished, you will know.
Simple. I love it. Joe, anything to add?
No.
So,
there you
I'm
go.
the promo guy here.
Get him on the mic. Always on the mic. I love it. That's brilliant.